approximately 4 minutes on top of that, whatever you might be listening to my voice. Okay, so yeah, thank you all. It's a bit of hectic this evening, but we'll stay through it. So today is the 4th of April 2023, the year of our Lord. And fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom, this evening is a bit of emergency, but I need to come on air to clear some doubts and some shenanigans that has been going on, the servitude that the enemy at the gates and the gang of criminals that have tried to possess the possession they will never ever in their lifetime. This evening, there are some things I want to lay to bear. But before then, our hero and heroines that have laid down more than in our bar on the 31st of March 2023. That's the issue that we'll be dealing with this evening. I'm not gonna take too long on this broadcast. It's going to be very short and explosive. As you all can see on the screen, they kill us once again. Why? The faceless Chinas Amoru and cohort led our comrades to their early graves. This is what we'll be talking about this evening. And everybody must bear in mind that anybody disobeys our supreme leader Mazim Nnamdi Kanu is a attract heavy consequences. Very massive one. Very massive one. And I see so many people talking about people should hack in and hear and follow instruction. And it beat my imagination on the direction that these men are and they want to lead our people. They have sold out. But our duty here is to let Biafrans know without any prejudice. Tonight, I want to bring it to your attention that what happened in Aba was a pure state managed by Chike Doziem. He is the one claiming to be the HND leading IPOB. His henchman, which is the faceless China Sanworu that lives in desert sniffing dust, is the one they have unleashed like a mad dog to be making unguarded statements, endangering the life of our people. That is not enough. They stage unwarranted protest that Onyendu have standing order. Our leader have cancelled every form of gathering of IPOB or protest in Biafra land before ever even he was renditioned. Having said that, if you want to be those that want to disobey Onyendu and go on a rampage on claiming that they are in solidarity march for Onyendu, I will not blame our comrade, but who are we blaming? Are those China Sanworu proclaimed that they're going to be a protest. I'm going to play his voice here. What he said in Radio Biafra yesterday is not my interest because everything he said, he lied. Because on the 31st, when this incident happened, never any of them come out to say any word. They never uttered a word because immediately this thing happened, they held a meeting. This is not hearsay. This is what happened with their media rats they've got, not to mention what has transpired in Aba. That is why if you listen to my broadcast, the last broadcast I made, I said I will not mention on Friday. The day this thing happened, I made a broadcast. And I said I will not say a word until we ascertain what happened on the ground. Some people were saying that, oh, Canon Takano share the protest. Why wouldn't they share the protest? These are Biafrans. And we cannot come out to grass our own. That is how we know those that had are pure. You guys are vindictive. Because whatever that comes good from IPOB, you never shared it. You think he's going to be petty like you people? People that have given everything, the two parents have died. 2017, Canon Takano was present in Afaruku Ibek. He saw what happened there. Just like the faceless monk is comparing what have transpired in Aba and what happened on September 14, 2017. Ironically. And people are saying, oh, you shared it. He shared it. And so flipping what? Because he's Biafrans. So protest, because if you stage protest claiming that these are ESN, we don't need to tell you what to do. Back in the day, we staged so many protests. And those protests was managed properly, timely, without casualty. IPOB underdogs from 2015, 16, 17. We sustained so many casualties, and that was what brought IPOB where we are, because people decided to lay their life. And IPOB, anytime we are on protest, we are what they call on-spot account. Those that will be giving report what is happening on the ground. On Radio Biafra, the person that was shouting that this Abia State ESN State Command was not connected to Radio Biafra to tell Radio Biafra what was happening, but he's on Facebook telling the DSS that this is Abia State ESN State Command. Ironically, you guys set up our people to be mowed down. Over 50 men were mowed down yesterday. The injured one and over 100 of them are missing, courtesy of men that are claiming they are the leadership. And you want people to listen to you? Haven't I said this to Chinasa Nworu or whatever that guy name is, or whoever that is propelling this monster? That in the real world, if you have not known, I told you, go and study about Liberia and Sierra Leone. This is the recent rebel war that have gone. What is it called? The Ugandans and Burundis. That was, a bit. Houthis is a bit far. I'm talking about what's happened recently. The United Nations Commission inquiry in Sierra Leone and knew those people that were, indicted, all of them, including Charles Taylor. That's what I've told you, that you're going to smell the same thing. You people see UN motto, you don't understand how UN function, but I don't want to dabble into that. What I'm here specifically to lay to bear tonight to Biafran to understand that what transpired in Aba was orchestrated to kill our people. That is why 72 hours, just like when Onyendu told them to suspend sit at home, disobedience of Mazen Nande can attract a heavy consequences. And our people blood has been, there's a bloodbath in the land of Biafra on 31st of March 2023, courtesy of Chike Doziem. I just want to make Biafrans understand. They came on Radio Biafra yesterday telling you they didn't know about the broadcast, but forgotten that he opened his mouth and said they're going to be a series of broadcast. And Abia State coordinator was on the phone with them. I will come to that. So this broadcast is solemnly. I have been saying this from day one. A lot of people don't understand where we are coming from. We don't just come out and we don't accuse people falsely. Chinasa Nworu, if he's a human being, like I said, I have defended him as a hierarchy of IPOB, and I have evidence to prove it. But when we discover that this guy, because when Chike doesn't fail with other enclaves they have gone around, they couldn't achieve anything, now they decided to use somebody that nobody knows who he is vastly, now to perpetrate their crimes. Approaching people. Chinasa Nworu is an Engwa man, so Aba is his hench place. He knows what is happening there. He can't come here and tell you that he was not on the phone on when this protest was going on. And they allowed those guys to march from where they started to where all this whole thing took place. And Abia State coordinator was wearing black. You ask yourself why. Why was he an easy target? That's the reason why they asked him to wear that black trouser. Why did he separate himself from others? Since they have sold about Fendi or whatever they call it, they say the solidarity to Onyendu. How hypocritical you guys will be is not for Mazen Nandekane. Biafrans must understand that the protest that happened in Aba was not for the interest of Onyendu. Just like Onyendu told them, suspend the sit at home 72 hours. They went ahead and do that. And now they're telling you that to obey the leadership, that one mistake. No, they know that one mistake will cost a lot. You see, this is the reason why we have been telling you guys you need to activate your frontal lobe. We are not here to pet people. But Chinasa Nworu and Chike Doziem and this gang of criminals have they killed, after they have engineered the mastermind, the criminality in the Biafra land is not enough for them, but now they have come out now to set up IPOB members and murder them in the cold blood. And telling you that they was not aware. You listen to the idiot, what he was talking. Every time he come to the Biafra, I remember before even the election, he was ranting that ESN was going to go and defend the Igbos in Lagos. He making a cynical comment. All these comments is detrimental to our leader. ESN was solemnly formed to protect our farmlands and our bushes. Onyendu said if you see any ESN in our township, that person must be arrested. Then now, you guys set up our people on the background There's a lunatic that lives in Aba, one girl they call Cindy Peters or whatever they call his name. I will mention his name tonight because all of them must understand that whatever they have done, that we are aware of what they did. To kill our people is the last thing you will do. And at the end of the day, you come out and deny that you should obey the leadership. I'm asking you, which leadership are they going to obey? You guys have sowed the seed of decoy. You can nobody know who you are, and nobody will respect you. Nobody will take command from you. I've said this over time. People don't understand. We're not dabbling into security in Biafra land. That's not hidden anymore. Chinas and I'm going to play your voice here. If you're a human being, even your ears know that you are killing our people. It's not something that is hidden. It's not hidden anymore. There's nothing hidden there anymore. It's not a hidden stuff. It is quite transparent. And they have busted with ESN. They have done a lot of, state manage, come out and show force about ESN, what you can do or what you cannot do. He lives in Kuwait, you're not in Biafra land. And I think people will be loyal to you when you're not loyal to our leader. Are you insane? Are you that demented? Or you don't think? Or because I've set out to kill our people? You guys have collected money. I will upload what he wrote here. The election have gone because you guys knew you guys have collected bribe. You and Okezi Bazu gave you guys money. And now you perfected it now to share the blood of our people. You are quick to write, you coming to Radio Biafra. You're quick to respond in things. But after you murdered our people, now you start blogging in your page. We have all the information. Like we said, you guys are learners. You have to go and check China Sanwo on 31st. What did China Sanwo do from 31st to 1st second? Don't yesterday he come to the yapping. What was he writing about? He only responded when we called him out. That was the only thing what he did. Now he compared it to what happened at Falekwi, what happened at Aba High School. But forgetting that all this incident you call that was a responsive when these things happened. That we were there. Men were on the ground. Radio Biafra was on, checkmating whatever that have transpired on those incidents you have mentioned. You see how you're making mockery of yourself? Now they're killing Igbo in Lagos. This is utterances you guys are igniting Radio Biafra. That is why one useless man there, one APC man mentioned IPOB. IPOB now become like henchman to you people. IPOB is a household name. Our people have paid the ultimate price. We are not gangster or bandits. We set outside, we set the goals, we set our agenda. Nobody set agenda for us. But you guys came to bastardize IPOB. What they planned on 2015 to weaken IPOB within is what you guys come to perfect. But I told you guys, every single one of you, you eat your flesh of your own flesh. For daring this time around in 2023 to share, to water the blood of Biafrans in Biafra land. In pursuit of what only God knows what you people want. You want Mazen and kind of dead. And when it comes to Okukano family, your body itches. I said it from day one that they have a pathological hatred. Your hatred to Okukano family is unparalleled. Because your anger, you are the first person that come on Radio Biafra to malign the Onyendu's family. And nitwit Abba and follow suit. And now you guys ganked up to kill our people. I want to make it abundantly clear. I'm not going to be here for long. I just want Biafrans to know that Chike Doziem and China Sanwo-Olu, the faceless monk that live in desert, whatever they have done, just like Chike Doziem said, at the end of the day, I'm going to play their voices, that he's going to take the responsibility of what has happened. And I thank God that now, the majority of them now knew that when he disobeyed, that one mistake, just the one mistake they did to disobey Onyendu, Biafra land was a flame. Over 1 million people have died because of course of the sit at home. Whatever that happened in IPOB today because of that particular one mistake you people make, just like as you are yapping now, what happened in Aba, you claiming that you didn't know. So what was the one mistake? What was the one mistake? People like us, I called you out when I called you out and I said it. No apology. I don't just talk anyhow. There's something you can give to me. The moment I found out you compromised, that is, your generation will become sorry. You men are evil. But now you're saying revenge. I wonder how you're going to revenge. I hope you're not going to be in Kuwait telling people to revenge in Biafra land. I'm sounding this warning to every IPOB member and even our volunteers. And the real, because I know that the real ESN cannot come down on the ground and be doing that nonsense they're doing. We share it because we cannot start castigating whatever. We want to see your intentions. What our intentions are. What's your strategy? I think second to the last broadcast he came, people are writing, you will employ some rubbish idiots. They'll be writing rubbish on competing with Onyendu. Yeah, in broadcast, people will be writing bulletin about it. Yapping, you cannot back up. And a cowardice that cannot show his common face. And who the heck do you think you are? You guys take the life of our people. What happened in high school, Abba? What happened in the head bridge, John? What happened in Iguacha? What happened in all? All these are sacrifices. It has got nothing to do with what you have just done in Abba. This is not for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You guys managed to murder our people and lied about it 72 hours. None of you said a word. Huh? And you're telling me that you're leader, you're opening your gut to talk about leadership. Open all your generation or whatever you guys are. You guys are evil. I'm telling Biafrans in Biafra land, just know you today that Chinasa Nworu, like I said, one thing people must take home is that Chinasa Nworu is not a ESN commander. Onyendu never mentioned Chinasa Nworu. Not even Chike doesn't mention his name. Chinasa Nworu was one time Middle East rep which he couldn't savage before he started introducing. Once Onyendu was apprehended and rendition, he started coming to the and said that he's member of the US. His tone changed. That was when he's trying to groom himself. Firstly, approach Canon Takan to take over. Agenda, everything that guy said, I said it from onset. Whatever he said is what he's doing already. What I want you to take from this broadcast tonight, because it's going to be a very short one, is that what happened in Aba, the protest in Aba, it is not for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You see how they attack, you see how they try to tag our leader with evil. They went and sold Fendi, wasting money. All the money they have been stolen, all the money they have hijacked. What is the need of all this nonsense for? He's selling uniform Fendi for our boys on the ground to march. Why people are dying, lying in the hospital? You're wasting money to show uniform for them. That's your solidarity with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Says who? Did Mazen Nnamdi Kanu carry you to be solidarity with him? Don't you know what to do to obey Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's orders? What was the only thing Onyendu asked? You guys are talking about now, if you make one mistake. But the mistake, you guys have made it over and over and over and again. And sit on top of it. Now you guys have come out emboldened to set up IPOB member and murder them. Abia state coordinator knows much. That is why they have decided to kill him in a cold blood. That is why he was wearing that black alone, because he was an easy target. And the girl that was shouting, not only the girl, there's two voices. There's another guy again that was shouting that this is ESN, Abia State Command. I'm asking you tonight, what was all of that for? Even if they are volunteer force in IPOB, who are you signaling to that this is ESN? Because as ESN, you should prove what makes you ESN. That's what I told you guys. The day I had someone writing Chinasa Nworu is a security professor, I was like, are we this docile? Professor on what? On having security badges. That what makes you a security? Who cares? But he can't do it from offsite. He can't do it offsite. Slaughtered our people in a cold blood. In the name of what? You want to please your paymasters. Chike Doziem. And where's Chike Doziem? Where's Mr. Memo? H&D. A vegetable. I told you guys that the day we watch you guys for a very long time. And I said it's my own. When I came out, it is you is my problem. Because all of you know that we all know ourselves. When 2015, who were you 2015? You are nobody. When you Chomofo made you H&D after Omiomio they went, we all here. There's nothing there. But I don't betray anybody. We respect you guys based on the code of conduct of IPOB and obey before complain. And we obeyed you people. I know what happened to me when Omar America came here. After I knew that all this was state managed. Came here to destroy. After Omar America came to United Kingdom was divided into 5. And we warned you people ahead of it. But we all knew, and I knew what this institute has sustained because of that particular protest. Nobody knows about it. It's my own problem. But it remains in my name. So tonight, Biafrans, I just want to let you understand that there's nothing they have done that is in interest of Biafrans or IPOB or Mazen Nandekane. These men have their own agenda. Chike Doziem now is the new leader of the Biafran community, whatever they have formed their community. The same thing they even went to Israel, trying to push them to change our name in Israel. That's how far they have gone. They have an agenda. This man does not represent Mazen Nandekane, rather they represent IPOB. I want to let you understand. I'm going to play one video here. This is the fake ESN, because if it's ESN carries, they're in the bush defending our land. So why would you set up our men and call Nigerian ESS with their military men to come and kill our people? And you guys uttered no word. And you have the nerve to compare it with what happened in 2015, 16, 17. That our then deputy leader never sleep. 24 hours is on air. Whatever happened, hotspot account will keep the record. And you have the nerve. You have the nerve, the infantry. So, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom, let it be known that on 31st of March 2023, that Chike Dozieman and his gangs set our people up in Aba. Over 50 men is gone. Those that are injured, and over 100 is missing, because you can see the multitude of people that were in that protest. And we know how we stage protests when we do one. So we always hold them responsible on their own words. I have some write-ups here. Maybe I'm going to stray through it, right? Which I'm not going to dwell too much on them because I'm not going to be so long here. Yeah? Now, the reason why I'm putting this thing up here is because China Sanworu, only response he had on his Facebook after this incident happened was response. This is what he wrote. He said, tell that idiot that the same reason that led to massacre of our people in Afaruki Beg, National High School Abampo, and many others placed in Biafra land is the same reason why our people were massacred in Aba on 31st of March 2023. Can you listen to this to show you? And the same person coming back telling you he didn't know. He didn't know who staged the protest. And the audio that where he said it is here. Those who were massacred were not protesting for the release of Chike Doziem, China Sanworu Chike Doziem, or any member of DOS. They were protesting for release of Mazen Nandekane. Do you see the vendetta? Now, he's trying to build alibi that he was protesting for Mazen Nandekane. Mazen Nandekane never asked you to protest for him. Onyendu made it abundantly clear. Onyendu have indefinitely suspended any form of gathering, IPOB in Biafra land and protest. And that order remained the same. That was the reason why he told you people not to suspend the seat at home, which is the ghost town. But do you see how this guy is an evil person? Because he's a vendetta. Now he's trying to justify that he's doing it for Mazen Nandekane. You're not doing it for Mazen. That's one thing I came here to clarify to Biafrans. It's not for Mazen Nandekane. It's for your own agendas. You people have sowed that seed of decoy, and your generations will not come out of it alive. China Sanworu is not it's not Nworu in DSS dungeon. Do you see how he's mocking our leader? Nworu is not in DSS dungeon. People should be reasonable sometimes before they come out on social media to talk rubbish out of their hatred against China Sanworu. Nobody knows who you are. You are a faceless monk. No, who is now, when somebody is talking, people that live in stock and dead will be talking as well. You claim that you are leadership. You're doing it for Mazen Nandekane. He's not doing it for Mazen Nandekane. You're doing it for your own agenda. Okay, see, as well, you are following Baman have given you money. All of you guys have shared the bag of money. Nothing else. Election is over. The PDP lost. I continue. This is the exactly, and look at what he says here. He said, I know election is over. They have banked all they are collected from politicians and they want to come out on social media again to cause nuisance to public. Exactly what he has done. And now he's telling you that. Exactly what he has done. And this one is another thing again he wrote after that is again. He's now complimenting the Zoo military as they threaten. They said, oh, don't threaten us. Of Nigerian IG, warning IPOB, stroke ESN, Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant Farouk or Yaya, has warned that neither IPOB, ESN or none other group of individuals should threaten the integrity of the nation as enshrined in the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, this is what he wrote. He's complimenting them for what they did. He never said anything against what they did. Now, the next thing now is now accepting what the so-called Yaya have said. The Chief of Army Staff. Yeah? To show you that they are working hand in hand. This picture here you can see here is the Abia State coordinator. You see the guy down there with the black is wearing. Yeah? It's a Akparawa Mende. This is IPOB. This is IPOB Abia State coordinator. This guy was on the conference call. The ironic of all this whole thing is that this, you know, when he was narrating about how they called, they made a phone call, put all these things was bunkum. China Sanworu and Chike Doziem was on a conference call with this Akparawa Mende, which is Abia State coordinator. They were on phone on the ground even when this guy was shot. This particular lady they call Cindy Peters was far away from him because he was on the front with megaphone and he was an easy target. They picked him up, and when he fell, they went on a meeting instantly when this guy fell. The so-called media worms they have, all these riffraffs, now said they will never mention even his name. If we didn't call them out, they couldn't have come out. He came. Go on, listen. I don't listen to them. You know, if there's anything important to pick up on them, I will. But I George Ume will never waste my 1 minute. Say I'm listening to China Sanwo. I'm saying to you that Akparawa Mendy was in the conference call with Chike Doziem and China Sanwo and others when this protest was going on, and they were leading them where how to march. More than 45 minutes they were marching. If these guys come out, our people normally do protest sometimes. 15 minutes, everybody's gone. But not to identify themselves to the magnitude. White is everywhere, and only him is wearing black with a megaphone. Easy target. Easy target. And they set them up and murdered him because you know why? Akparawa Mendy knows all the atrocity that Chike Doziem and his gang of criminals have committed in Aba. And they have no option to use Cindy. That Cindy of a girl is the who they have using to terrorize and kill so many IPOB members in Abia State. I'm saying it tonight unequivocally. So all these things they are doing, they think we can sit down here and watch them. What we are saying is that these people will have their own day. Because this is a pure genocide. Annihilation of our people. This now, China Sanwo and Chike Doziem, now they saw about Fendi for them to justify the money they have collected from every country. Stifle IPOB finance, that is their agenda. But we're here to tell them that, you see where you guys are going, including your media worms. I want all of you. There's no amount of state manage you guys will do will save any of you. Because at the end of the day, you guys have soiled your hands. And the wrath of Chukwuka will visit all your generations. They murdered this gentleman for no reason. Because he knows too much. And Chinas, I want to tell you that they didn't know. The phone they're talking about was a conference call they were in when they were marching. Another thing again I want you to take home is the so-called barrister. The property lawyer before in Abuja, which is Ejiofor. Ejiofor went to visit Onyendi yesterday. Ironically, this cut and paste that he normally does, he never mentioned to Onyendi what happened in Aba. Ejiofor on this, I'll just put it here. Ejiofor never mentioned the slaughtering of our comrades in Aba to Onyendi. Tells you all you need to know. He went to visit Onyendi yesterday. What he does is copy and paste. Copy and paste, nothing else you do. But to tell you how vicious and evil these men are, he never disclosed to Onyendi what happened. That our men was lean by them and murdered in Aba. Aba is the heart of our leader. Anybody remember when Onyendi went to Aba in 2014? Aba is there to Onyendi. Anybody knows that. Everybody knows that. Aba is there to our leader. Something cannot happen to even one IPOB member. There must be emergency broadcast. 72 hours. These monsters never said a word. I just want to bring, even Ejiofor himself is complicit because all of them are the ones collecting money from, when he said that they're collecting money from politicians, they know that money that was collecting, that's what that happened between them and Soludo. Soludo now discovered that without Onyendu, there won't be a everlasting. Because if I wanted to come out today, Onyendu, one word you said, everywhere will come. They don't want that to happen, but it will happen eventually. At the end of the day, Mazinan will come out alive. Just like I saw of you are eating yourself alive now. That's the reason why I just want to bring it to your notice. Now, I want to play the video. This video here is so-called ESN under one command. This is not ESN. These are the clear squad Chinas and his gang of criminals. The more they have started from IPOB, they gang up, but that is the people they're going to send on people on the ground. If the media worms cannot, or they pay all their media worms. If they could not achieve their vendetta with their media worms, now they will send the government to kill you. I'm gonna play the voice here. It's not me that said it. It's one of their voice opened their mouth and said that Chinas are actually killing people. So I'm gonna put it here with your own voice. Well, these are the one of the ones he used. According to them, remember when he went to Ohofia, they claimed that there was cadet. You remember how many people they murdered in Ohofia after that? Nigerian soldier invaded Ohofia. After that cadet passing out, they claimed them. Where are those men today? He told you one time that these were going to be arresting people. This guy have made unguarded statement. Somebody even in Fasauna. He's not, I don't know what, maybe anybody that know him, whoever is selling with him need to ask his supplier to give him a proper one. Because he said things and forget about what you have said. Forgotten that there are people out there that take record of what you guys are doing. ESN Onyendu made it clear to the whole world that ESN was a necessity, was formed to protect our land. You have made in cynical comment, even extending it to Yoruba land, that now causing lives and properties of Biafrans. But you don't know when he made those comments. I don't want to dabble into that. But your words spiked a lot. Even the so-called some of APC, so-called Igwe is not, there's no Igwe outside Biafra land. In the chair. Then at the end of the day, he claimed that IPOB will come. They will pay IPOB, give IPOB job. IPOB job, for crying out loud. We sponsor whatever we do. That's why we're IPOB. Onyendu refuse somebody to buy our transmitter in 2014. I overheard you talk about there was going to be a transmitter he bring in Biafra land. I ask you again, the one we bought in 2014, where is it? Is it not you people that told the SS? It's in the SS dungeon. Custody tomorrow morning. That was why Benjamin Imanu was involved in what is happening. Because that transmitter was in his house. That's how Benjamin Imanu would get involved. That's why he was arrested. Now you're talking about another transmitter. He want to undo Mazina, the kind of this riffraff. He come to level ranting like a mad dog. People are you employ some riffraff nitwicks. They are appalling you. Once you're yapping, they'll be writing on social media as if there's something to back it up. You send our people, they murder, they kill them. What can you do? You want to revenge? Make sure, including your sister in Italy, all of you are in Aba, who you want to revenge. But any IPOB that have their discerning mind must not pay attention to this individual, must not listen to this individual. That is why you have killed so many of our commanders, because why? They cannot take order from you, they don't know who you are. You might be a messenger, secret one, but you want to make yourself relevant. By force! If you guys have done what you've done in abroad, I said it before, how much more people that maybe that look up to you guys, what you guys will do to them? But I tell you one thing, you see you guys, none of you will go scot-free on what you have. The crime, we have all the records. Chike doesn't say we take responsibility. Now it's open. You're running away. I thought I have the video, I have the audio here that said your chief of staff. You are chief of staff of where? Government. IPOB is not a government. We are freedom fighters. This is where you guys get yourself messed up. We don't have leadership within leadership in IPOB. We have only one central command, the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody else. Everybody take order, everybody follow suit. Nobody, no bagger. Onyendu only one Nnamdi Kanu, one central command in everything we do. For your information, You guys are doing some riffraffs. You want to turn this into Ohaneze Ndigbo, even more dangerous than Ohaneze Ndigbo. Not IPOB. So called Ndigbo in Lagos say he's going to be paying IPOB. Pay which IPOB? Which IPOB is he paying to come and protect him? And you started this nonsense. And now the music is singing. Even they mock them, those that are fine, protect themselves or do agree. You know, he talks so much unguardedly, this guy. Because people know you, but if you're a man enough, show that your monkey face, then people will deal with you properly. Chine's Chike Doziem now is gone under hiding. Mr. Memo, the Chronicle of a Saboteur, the enemy at the gate have gone into hiding after stealing IPOB fund. That money will kill all of you. Now, I want to play another video again.
International.
This is the video.
They are shooting at us. That's all. We are peaceful protesters and they are shooting at us. Nigerian government are shooting at us. We are peaceful protesters and Nigerian government is shooting at us. They are shooting at us. There is target everywhere. We are peaceful protesters. We are peaceful protesters and they are shooting at us. You can hear the gunshots.
For your information, the person that's shouting like this mad dog is the so-called Cindy Peters. Is the girl that sold out our people, and now she's hiding somewhere when these men are being mowed down. This girl is hiding somewhere. Now, she's hiding somewhere, confirming that they are killing them. This is the person China Sanwo-Olu. This is the China Sanwo-Olu henchman in Aba, henchmissis in Aba. Cindy Peters. That ugly monk. These people are evil.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Viewers worldwide, this is the Instant Security Network of the State Command.
Did you hear it? This is another version. This is a man, somebody is recording this and telling the DSS and the Nigerian army who they are. They are not armed. We don't have ESN in our township. It's on record. Onyendi said it. But listen, Cindy said the same thing. This guy who knows this guy is saying the same thing. I given them clue who these guys are. And after that, the bloodbath came in.
And the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and other states, on a peaceful protest to demand for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and also asking the Nigerian federal government to adhere to their own court order and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's happening. It's happening. The people are en masse. The people have come out en masse to demand for the total release, to demand for the total freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are asking for nothing. Our decision is just simple. Our demand is just simple. Nigerian government should obey their own court order and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
If you go back on this video, you see this, you see the Abia State coordinator is the person lying down there, and yeah, the same girl is the one shouting. She's hiding somewhere and doing this because Mende was an easy target. And as soon as he was felled, China Sanwo-Olu and his gang of Chikeduzium, they held a meeting. Nobody to spoke about this. If we didn't call them out, nobody should have known that Mende is gone. When Canon Takano, they say Canon Takano shared it. Canon Takano shared it with a good faith. If you guys know what we are doing, it concerns Biafra. His two parents have died, and he think he will fold his hand and watch you make a mockery of what people have paid with their price. So when you guys say you are the leadership, yeah, you are the chief of staff, aren't you? So if you guys stage protest, we will support you. But when we found out that now you have staged protest to kill our people, then we won't let you go. All you say, if you know what to do to restore Biafra, do it. And if you know what to do not to restore, like as you guys have hell bent now that Biafra will not be restored. You are the ones now. You are the real enemies within. Mendy was shot. And this girl, the so-called Cindy, was shouting. The young man is lying there. Lifeless. Look at him there. He's lying there lifeless. And she's somewhere. He's there. He's wearing black. It's very easy to identify. He's the only person wearing black trouser, pants among all the people. All the fake Fendi they sold in Aba, wasted our money. Was just to prove a point. That's why sometimes you see them, the state managed people bring them out to justify the money they have embezzled because they cannot give account of it. I know a lot of people have forgotten, but I'm going to bring it back because I will go back to finance. I'm going to lay bare 747,000 before we go to Umueri account. And now, question of the money that they have collected for the last 15 months. Where is those money? That's what I justify here to you to see. But it's very, very heartbreaking. You can see how our people came out, even though protest has been suspended. But China Sanwo-Olu, I'm going to play his voice here where he said that protests are going to kick off home and abroad. He said it with his own mouth. And he's denying after he killed our people because they didn't reach out with our people. Let's see. Mende is dead. He's gone. Yeah. He's gone. So I'm gonna play the voice of just to us to know.
Alpha Power Media International.
Here they confirm him. One second. It's not this.
By Alpha Power Media International.
And you expect Mazin but if you have they have fruit.
I know there's some people that don't understand it, but because this guy is a clown. The guy is actually saying that this demented monk that lives in South Africa, because everything is about they're going after our leader's family. But I told him the day they cast that stone is the day they sow the seed of Bitcoin. Now he's justifying and telling you that China Sanwo-Olu is actually killing. There's another audio where he said that they're sending DSS. They don't hide it anymore. Even the Dracula teeth in Austria have said it about, giving people's name to DSS. So it's not something hidden. Now, this one is confirming it here. They will label you something, just like I saw, it will tag you something. Now, when you want to kill a dog, give him a bad name. Just like us, I will give an example of myself. Because I'm a principal officer. When they can't get their way, they tag you something and they kill that person. I said it before. So now he's saying that if somebody starts stealing, how do you know that they're stealing? If you are not stealing with them. But it's confirming it here. That actually China Sanwo-Olu. So these people that were more than on 31st, what was their crime? I'm asking. Just a question. What crime have they committed? What crime would you tell Onyendu that have committed? While Onyendu told you, you are not protesting for Martin Nandekano. You are on your own. You guys are on your own. The reason for that protest has not been clear to anybody. And that's not a good, because if it was something that was real, Radio Biafra was on. Every protest we have done in Biafra land, Ike Peters is there, Arozi is there, there's other people, other broadcasters in Radio Biafra. Why wouldn't they be connected and be talking on spot account? But it's on Facebook. You're telling the SS that this is Abia State ESN command. Yeah? But this guy here now, you know, when I told him that, you know, the loudest person in the room is the weakest point, just like Chinas and Woru, because him, that's, you know, a lot of dust that the guy have sniffed in desert have blocked his Omilangata. And second of all, because he's a pseudo person, so he can be up talking anyhow. After drinking and smoking high, then he come out and be ranting. And now as they plan it, they'll be clapping for him as if it is irrelevant. That's nobody that know you, my brother. You're nobody. You are nothing. As long as IPOB is concerned, he could not savage common Middle East. They gave you. You couldn't do nothing about it. Till tomorrow morning. You say you are a member of the US. What is your portfolio? Nobody ever asked you that question. I'm asking you. But listen to him. Because this is one of their... Now they're talking about religion. It's not religion. You see everything in life. That's what they call boomerang. And karma is real. The next... They are coming for you guys. You see, everything you people done in secret will come in open. In nutshell. That's why I don't have permanent friend, neither enemy. But the day we find you wanting, we will shred you. It's a promise.
Chinasa is pointing finger. So then you expect the chief of staff to leave you. That is the question.
I hope you guys are listening. Chief of staff. Did you hear that? Chief of staff indeed. I said this over time. IPOB is not a democratic elected government. None of all this clown were elected by anybody. It is the structure that was set up. It's only appointment. And only man that have that power to appoint and dismiss who is our Spinning Amazon Namdekan. You see, when they started talking about this equal right within IPOB, I warned them. We are not yet a political, we have not achieved what we are fighting for. We are into what they call quasi-military system. Get that into your things calls before you ranting about calling a moron. You people have structured IPOB as a zoo system. You're giving Chinas and Woru, you're hyping Chinas and Woru. A faceless idiot that nobody know who he is. Somebody that you don't even know. Because he has no balls. His sister lives in Italy. We have our picture and everything. We know who she is. Chinas and Woru, all his family member in Aba, all of them, they live in barracks. Some of you don't know this. All his relative lives in barrack. For the evil that had that, that's why the men they kill men, because men they know too much. They set him up and murder the guy in cold blood. That's why he was the only person wearing black. A day will come. The testimonies is something of heard. But listen to him.
Because they may be as a member. They need to do the machine and the mud. Now I want the madana. Then they will why. Then Chinas and Woru say, hey, ride on because maybe yes, a chicken capago. I just because you are not serious.
Okay, no gear. When they cut you, they will cut your balls off. This is what somebody is saying on a social media. He will do to his own fellow comrade. Did you hear that? Did you just hear that? So, how do you justify the zoo when they kill our people? This is kind of utterance that comes out of their mouth. And he told me you will not boomerang. You guys are in for a very long time.
It is wrong with you. If they think we are here to joke. No wonder if a IPOB for some sensitive position, I have to get because all of them hanging. About the internal can hand over to police.
I hope you had it. Ejidono hand over. I think it's clear to everybody. I think it's clear tonight to you that it is not me saying it. This is a confirmation because this is their spokesman. Even when they say they suspended me, this idiot that have never served in any capacity in IPOB, that have not dedicated in time for anything. The only thing they gain is that this guy was living where I don't know, in one of all these South African countries before Ikechukwu Onora made him to come to South Africa. When he even narrated Ikechukwu gave him 2,000 or whatever in this errand time. Imagine people, they don't fight him. Kevin Fee is a businessman with $2,000. Talking, yapping all these things and people are listening to it. Right? All they come to get from IPOB, they never gave back. They have never served IPOB with their heart. A media warrior. Who made you media warrior? If goes against Onyendu before on media, caused so many issues within IPOB because you people are claiming media warrior. Who made you media warrior? Who made you media warrior? And where did he come from? Every IPOB member that have a smartphone is a media warrior. Who made you media warrior? Who made you media warrior is what I'm asking. Let's finish this audio here.
Have to be very dangerous.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Okay, I'm going to play the voice of Chinasa Nworu more before
Biafra Alpha Media International.
And you expect Mazen man but if you have fruit. But Chinasa is pointing finger. So yes, and then then you expect the chief of staff to leave you. That's the question. If ESN becomes ESN member, then the machine on the mad. Now why? Then Chinasa will say, hey, ride on because because you are not serious. Something is wrong with you. They think we are here to joke.
They come on social media. Then we start chicken.
I just want to go straight to get near this guy. Yeah.
When the problem is that's when you have nonsense. And we are not going to take it. But our duty is to make sure protest will continue.
Did you hear it? This is Chinasa Nworu saying that protest will continue. I hope everybody hear it. I don't want to dwell on this. Did you hear what he just said? He said protest will continue. So because when they try to deny that Akwarawa Mende, which is the IPOB Abia State Coordinator, they know what happened to him, and they were in conference call with Akwarawa Mende, and everything that was happening on the ground, they were giving them all spot account secretly until he was mowed down. So as you can hear, he said it here, that protest continue.
Everywhere, all the places we have announced it, please already have been instructed. The protest will start. Because the code is going down and the protest will start.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
I hope you guys listen and hear what he said. So
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
We are not going to dwell on this any longer. And fellow Biafrans, is a very quick one. And like I said, tonight, let every sundry understand that Chinasa Nworu and Chike Doziem does not represent IPOB, neither Mazen Nanekan. Whatever they do does not represent our leader. It's a travesty. and it's detrimental to Onyendu because they want to hide under our leader's name and commit crime, just like any other person claiming that they're under anything under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But we are here to repel them. I thank you, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. And probably before the week runs down, we'll come down to do more justice to this. But this is a quick one for everyone to bear in mind what has happened. We are mourning. Everybody should be in state of mourning at this point in time, because at the end of the day, so many men have gone down for no reason, for the negligence of those that are pursuing a different agenda. This is not IPOB. This is not what our leaders have suffered for. This is not why their parents have died. This is not why millions of Biafrans have died to sell out our own. China Sanworu, the faceless monk and so-called HND, the vegetable himself, the chronicle of a saboteur, Chike Dozem, is an evil man. But they will never get away with this. Mark this day. Thank you. And may Chukwuka bless every single one of you. Those of them that have laid their life, may their soul soldier on to fight with us until Biafra is restored. Most importantly, may Chukwuka guide and protect our leader until we meet again. Thank you and good night from here. That one. Okay, so yeah. Thank you all. It's a bit of hectic this evening, but we'll stay through it. So today is the 4th of April 2023, the year of our Lord. And fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This evening is a bit of emergency, but I need to come on air to clear some doubts and some shenanigans that has been going on. The servitude that the enemy at the gates and the gang of criminals that have tried to possess the possession they will never ever in their lifetime. This evening, there are some things I want to lay to bear. But before then, our hero and heroines that have laid down more than in our bar on the 31st of March 2023. That's the issue that we'll be dealing with this evening. I'm not gonna take so long on this broadcast. It's going to be very short and good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on your time zone, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. My name's Amazi George Chukwume, and I'm reaching you out here from United Kingdom. And it's a 7 minutes on top of the hour, wherever you are around the world, to know we are live. And it's 7 minutes past 8 p.m. here in United Kingdom, I think in Biafra land as well. Thank you, my fellow comrade. And today, we are still in the morning period on what happened. The mayor Georges Chukwume, and I'm reaching you out here from United Kingdom. And it's 7 minutes on top of the hour, wherever you are around the world, to know we are live. And it's 7 minutes past 8 p.m. here in United Kingdom, I think in Biafra land as well. Thank you, my fellow comrade. And today, we are still in the morning period on what have the mayhem that have met us in our bar on the 30th, 31st of March 2023. Our people were massacred, and our hearts are heavy, and we are still mourning. And may the souls of those that have laid their lives to pursue this gospel, even though that those that were mowed down on the 31st of March was orchestrated by the enemy within, which we are going to go into details today. In more in-depth of what massacres in Aba and mastermind by the cabal within the DOS led by Chike Doziem, aka Enemy at the Gate. My fellow comrade, tonight, I'm here once again to educate you. Onyendu said that we believe in superior argument. One thing is certain in this journey, that regardless what anybody might think or what you do, at the end of the day, what we are fighting for is a just cause. Biafra shall be restored. And what is paramount to us is the unconditional release of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Regardless every mechanician or distraction the enemies have orchestrated to divert our attention to pursuit of the release of our spiritual leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But tonight I indulge you, my fellow comrade, to understand that what we are doing is more physical, is more spiritual than physical. Onyendu shall be released, regardless how so many of them might have thought or what they are doing, taking authority into their hands. But what I'm assuring you tonight is our job is here to unveil those that have hell-bent that our leader will not be released, because everything they do is detrimental to our leader. Just like the one that have took place in Aba on the 31st of March 2023. The same thing that happened on the August 9th when Onyendu asked them to suspend the sit at home, and they carried, and 2021, and they disobeyed our leader and went on and carried out that sit at, or that ghost town that have brought death in our land and criminality in our land till tomorrow morning. So we shall not shy away from the fact and the truth before us, because these men, little do we know, we thought they were here to restore Biafra, but they have a personal vendetta and agenda they have brought in. And they have gone to that extent now of killing our people, and it's unacceptable. We will not let them. And those their hands have soiled, those that have massacred our people on the 31st of March 2023, they all must be brought to justice. And we are letting the whole world know that that particular protest that went down on 31st of March 2023 has got nothing to do with IPOB, not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That was a personal vendetta. It was because a man wanted to accomplish that evil. It was just to kill Akwara Wamende. Because of that, so many lives have lost. And tonight, we are saying that this man will never go scot-free. Even though that Chike Doziem have come openly and accepted that whatever that have happened, that he will take responsibility. I want to remind some of us who does not know. I will keep on referencing to Liberia and Sierra Leone war, which is, that is what they call, is a tribal war, is the most recent one on sub-Saharan Africa that you can think of. Now, the reason why I keep on reiterating and referencing to it, America wanted Samuel Doe out of office. That's not what they do at all time. And who do they choose to do that job for them was Charles Taylor. And in Sierra Leone, from the junta taking over, the thing escalated, and so many things happened. We shall be mentioning name. The reason why I want to reference this is that every crime you have committed in pursuit of whatever you might think, every single individual must be accountable on their own action. Our leader is being kidnapped and renditioned to the zoo. The whole world knew this. And whatever we have done in the past, we've done it in the past and the sacrifice of freedom because we want to restore the dignity of mankind and give our people a better life. As you all know today, all the things that are going on in the zoo, there is no better way than what we have chosen. It's because of our voice that some of you can speak. But the reason why I'm making this abundantly clear to every Sunday to understand that when people goes out of their way to do things on their own, not representing what we have come here or what IPOB and Mazen Nani cannot stand for, it is our duty to refute all these shenanigans. So my monologue this night is that every single one of these men that are hiding under the DOS, which is the body that governs IPOB, foreseen by Mazen Nandekani, he's the only man that appoints. None of these men were elected by anybody. They were given an appointment that if there's no permanent position, and if you're not doing well as our code of conduct required, you're supposed to be there 6 months and step aside. As Chikedoziem is a failure, is nowhere to be found. Since 31st till today, he never had a voice of a leader. Forget about the junk Emma Powerful is hiding one place in Ghana or whatever he is and writing trash. That is not what represents IPOB. Onyendu will not be outside our people more down and he's not up top of Radio Biafra and refuting and telling the world what has transpired. They came to Radio Biafra and deny our people on broad daylight. Now, I want to say this. For those that are making references of what happened in Afari Quebec, I'm going to want to tell you one thing tonight. If you call off the incident of that happened, we'll start from the Headbridge Onitsha. We'll go down to Mpo. We'll go down to High School Aba. We'll go down to Ugocha and come to Afari Quebec. All this is our sacrifices. And when all these things were happening, we are letting the whole world know what was going on. There's a 1 million difference between when you set up your own because you want to achieve something. They have murdered so many people, those that disagree with them. We that lives in abroad is a testimony of what is happening in Biafra land or what have transpired in the last 22 months within the IPOB. What evil that these men have orchestrated and what they have done. Hiding on their individual and their, in their residential countries and be committing crimes, heinous crime against our people. And I want to make it abundantly clear. There's no distraction whatsoever, not because over time, I said this thing before, when they made us busy attacking people that are quite irrelevant, they are not being responsible in the core and the fundamentals of IPOB. Onyendu say if you know what to do to restore Biafra, go ahead and do it. And if you know what to do, not Biafra not to be restored, go ahead as well and do it. So one thing I want to indulge you tonight, the hardcore IPOB members that still have their designing mind, I want you to know that regardless whatever saga they have brought now to divert your attention, you must not fall into it. Because these men have cut their pants down. You see this crime they committed in Aba, they will never get away with this. Not while we are still alive. China Sanworu, a faceless monk that live in deserts that sniffing dust, murdered Akwarawa Mende. Because Akwarawa Mende knows a lot about China Sanworu. The evil, the heinous crime China Sanworu have committed in Aba. It is not, it's unparalleled. Cindy or Chisom Dream Peters. Because we don't accuse people without evidence. Everything I say, or anything I ever open my mouth tell you, I will come up with evidence to back it up. We are not here for vendettas. And I say, people saying, oh, Canon Takano share the protest, which as well I did. Is IPOB. If you come out and say that you protest under IPOB, it is your responsibility. If you claim their leadership, it's entirely up to you. The burden falls on you. It's on your shoulders. Our former deputy was the one that used to anchor Radio Biafra, and he will be there. Even though they are murdering our people down, he told them, I need evidence. Get the pictures. Get at least He did something. Because that's what we know then. And that what have brought us to where we are today. Not by, it wasn't misled. No one was misled. People came out with their heart and still believe that what we are looking for is one thing, is to restore our dignity as a race. So I don't want people to think this is just a joke, or maybe with having individuals or picking up on people. No. I am a gatekeeper in IPOB, and as long as I live, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said that we shall not kill our own. But this man has embarked on suicidal for a very long time. They have said it openly. 3 weeks ago, China Sanwo came on Radio Biafra and threatening even our Onyendu's family and our illegal luminaries that represent IPOB. People should not speak what they see. Tells you all you need to know. Barely 3 weeks ago, Akwara women, they now probably they couldn't get his way out of it. They has got no option. Because, you know, when people speak, they forget. We're living in a social media era. Whatever you say, go viral. You can't retrieve it back. Doesn't matter if you delete it after you said it. Because as I'm talking now, somebody is recording what I'm saying. If I have said something that's detrimental, I can't get away with it because that's an evidence, that's a testimony. I just want them to understand this. We are not here to play. When Onyendu in back, when he proved to the world that the late Buhari, the pedophile, died, he asked them to take him to any court in the world. Even though they held him, they have never brought it as a case against him because he has irrefutable evidence. Like as I'm sitting down here, whatever I will tell you is what has happened and what they have done. China Sanwo, the first monk, and Chike Doziem, the claiming that he's the leadership, was on phone, conference call with Akwara Wamende on the 31st of March, 2023. And I will give you the message of what Chinsondrim Peters, the first thing he wrote about when Kanu Takanu posted Akwara Wamende's picture. Tells you all you need to know. They thought we are here to joke. Now, I want to ask you a question. I don't know if some of you are familiar with Aba. We have do some random protest, if you may call it. Onyendu suspended every manner of protest in Biafra land, including gathering. It's a standing order, even before it was rendition. But for avoidance of doubt, I want to clarify something here. From Mbwa Road to Osisioma, in march of 2 hours. 2 hours. And somebody was on the background telling DSS that this is Abia State ESN State Command. Just think about it. Now, everybody that knew that Osisioma Junction, that they have military checkpoint there. Ngwa High School, they have a military checkpoint there. And they allowed China Sanwo insisted they march from Ngwa Road to Osisioma. Just to let you understand. They want them to march to Ariara on a 2 hours protest. And whereas they know that this route is where the soldiers have their checkpoint. And this man has nothing. Somebody was on the, I will play her every video. I'll have it here. I just want you to understand, because when people say that this is a propaganda, this is not propaganda. That is why you don't hear any of the media worms talking about it. I'm highly, highly disappointed, even though Radio Biafra has hijacked. But someone like Arolze, Maza Lozem, and Ike Peters, these are veterans. Ike Peters over time posted so many of his daughters getting married and all that kind of stuff. I thought you guys came as those that saw the war. Are you guys telling me that you guys sat on Radio Biafra and suppressed this particular information? Whereas you guys knew that one of your sons and daughters has been mowed down, orchestrated by their own. You guys said nothing. Because after Akwara Wamende was shot, it was a sniper that killed him. I will show you where he was lying down, somebody was in his side on a video. It's not here. Listen, Aquara Mende was the only person wearing, among all of them wearing fake Abafende. They said in solidarity to Onyen because they're trying to rope our leader with all these shenanigans. And they tell you they didn't know. Who financed that even though he's Abba, even if he's Abba made, do you know how much it cost to sew those and bought those guys' shoes and everything? And the leadership is not aware of it? Is that what you're telling us? Who financed it? Somebody did. Because when I play China Sanworu's voice here, you hear that lion, Agone Chamber. The way he used to bark like a mad dog. But everything he has said, he hasn't even got clue of what he was talking about. Because he will come back and haunt you at the end of the day. Apara Memende was the only person wearing black, holding megaphone. A sniper picked him up easily. He was lying there, cold blood. And somebody was standing. This is not even picture. This is a live video. Somebody was standing by his side. Have they told you that our man there has died? Even up to now, as we're talking here. Some are saying those that we went to protest is now talking. They saying, why would they say something? All of them, their lives been threatened. Do you know how many our commander ESN China Sanwo have massacred and killed? Or the one they called Nigerian DSS to arrest? Do you know how many they are uncountable? It's not me said. They said it with their own mouth. I never said it. It is their own word. I'm borrowing their word here because anything that I'm going to say here, at the end of the day, I will give you a backup to what I've just said. I'm not here, like I said, the critical analysis is not a vendetta. We are not here to prejudice on to malign or to blackmail anybody. In IPOB, I'm under oath. That's why I'm very careful in what I say outside. But I cannot see where my fellow comrade has been murdered in cold blood by those that are claiming that they're leading us and they want me to shut my mouth off. It's not going to happen. It's not while I'm still alive. So, the reason why I'm making this abundantly clear, there is no amount of distraction. They cannot get away with this murder. They cannot get the Chida Sanwori. No, everybody in life, like I said the last time, I said, when you think you're strong, when you stop is where somebody starts. And when you start, somebody have stopped there. In every race, there's a start and ending of that race. And you were not anything about ESN in IPOB. You might be acting as welfare or undergroundly that Onyendu put you on, and which I don't want to go into that. I don't want to dump into that. But you have come out and make a session that you are commanding people. I don't know who gave you that position. I've said it before. And because of people did not believe in what you're saying, and because Chike Doziem has compromised to the extent that disobey Mazen, flattered Mazen, and cannot. Oh, we are shouting. And all of you are saying, oh, how do you know? How do you know? But all this audio I'm going to play, you are the same person saying, in everything you must listen to leadership, but you're not listening to your leader. So how are you going to triumph and win without making mistakes and without having casualty, without letting our people into their untimely death with your unguarded statement? I will stop here on my monologue because I want to let people, I don't want to, this program is not going to be long. But like I said, whatever I have said here, I will give you evidence to it. Now, I want to show you one thing first before I move forward. Now, what I'm showing here, apparently, if you look at the screen, if you look at the screen here, you will see Cinder Peters. This is Chisom Dream. I will put up her picture here. As a particular girl they call Chisom Dream Naba. This young lady is the person China Sanwo has been using. They have eliminated a lot of people. It's not hearsay. This is a fact. Okay, now look at Cindy Peters. Can you see what she wrote when Canon Takano posted Akwarawo Mendes' picture? When they tell you they don't know what happened. He said, who on earth released those pictures to him? Canon Takano, you are the most useless and stupid human I have ever seen. You are senseless. You are insane. You see this cheap popularity you are looking for. Don't run when it comes. A flave is causing Mazukan Takano share the protest with good faith. Now our people were moved down. And this young lady was about 250 yards. She's one recording this. She's one on the background telling the DSS that this is Abia State ESN command, whereas these are not ESN men. These are just regular IPOB members. They have set up to kill in a cold blood. But people said that they wasn't aware that Akwara Womende died. You could see up there, there's a picture of Akwara Womende there where you see the approval is. That is the picture there. And that's the young lady's, first post that she made. Now, sim the pit, if you go again, you see where someone responded to somebody. He responded to Patricia Chikeziem. He said, are you insane? Is this the only post you can make? It will continue. So I should leave the damn giving to do otherwise. So what are we talking about here? And Patricia goes on and says, wow, Chisom, so you accepted actually that the dame, right? So the dame, we betrayed them to be murdered, right? Thanks for clarification. And believe it. My mighty sorry. or whatever she said there that led you to this believes you. I'm just putting this up here. I hope everybody's seeing it. Chisom, we are wondering how did Canon Takano get the video and pictures of Akwara Womende. Because they have an emergency meeting that nobody should mention his name specifically. When we told you about 50 people died, if you listened to watching us and when it was yapping on the 72 hours after our people were mowed down, he was saying maybe it was like 10, we confirmed 20 people. What he wrote down, because when Jonathan asked him question, they are all in the same boat because it's state managed they are in now. They turned Radio Biafra into worse than even Zoom media, and he was giggling, not even know what to answer. But the reason why I put this up here is for you guys to see. It was them. They gave it was the order. And this young lady they call Chisom Dream is China Sanwo-Olu's girlfriend that has been doing the dots for her. You can't say anything where she is. So, like I said, we don't come here to blackmail people just like the way they did. Now, there's something I want to clarify here. There are these Umuchuku writers. I've said about Umuchuku writers before. Umuchuku writer, if I'm not mistaken, I remember it was Ezekwesili. This guy lives in New York. If I'm not mistaken, I remember when our leader went to, I spoke to him before. I have his number, But the fact remains is that these Umuchuku writers, whoever that is hiding beneath it and be writing junk, right? If you look at what this Umuchuku writers have wrote, he said, it doesn't take a reasonable person a second to know that your accusation has based on falsehood. It changed nothing. Every move made by DOS is on right track. We will support them 100%. Back to back, nothing will change. It does not matter how many of our people they murdered because you are a retarded, wretched monk. Because of 4,000 naira credit they're giving you people now, that debt will be your own portion. I'm just giving you the evidence of what happened. Chisom Dream, definitely some of you will know. Probably all of them are in this Umuchuku media now as admin. But you support them even though they kill our people. Yeah? You support them even though they murdered our people. How ironic. Every single IPOB member that have led their life on course of this journey, that is what we are taking. We're taking care of our death and those that are wounded. But guess what? As soon as our leader was rendition, first thing the Chikedozem left his job and went into to destroy IPOB within into our finance. That's why you cannot hear him speak. How many days now has gone by since on 31st? Today is 8. Over 9 days. The so-called leadership leader have not spoken a word. If you talk, maybe they're going to tell you that is more powerful. Who is more powerful? Not even is it Twitter. Not even then come out to accuse the zoo. They never done any of this. Up till now. They have not said it. There's nothing tangible they have said. Even if giving the zoo heads up how to kill our people more by saying we are going to revenge. Revenge what? Why I'm bringing this up is that because these guys, when they contracted all these idiots, they were talking things they have any rudimentary in their brain. You support the US even though they kill our people back to back. He said, let me tell you this for you, for your disrespect of our dear brother Akwarawa Mende by posting his picture publicly. Did you hear that? By posting his picture publicly. By posting his picture publicly tells you that they did never want anybody to know that Akwarawa Mende was killed. Because all this whole thing that is set up, you see that almost 200 lives have gone because of one man. China Sanwo-Olu, like I said, I don't know who you are and I don't want to know. But I want to remind you that you're nobody. You see, men that have done something in this life, go and check their history. There's things you do in this life, you won't get away with it. Especially when you share blood. And the blood of the innocent. So, kind of crime is that he posted Akwarawa Mende's picture because you guys said nothing. And we cannot fold our hand and watch you guys kill our people and get away with it. He continues to say, let me tell you this, for your disrespect, our dad brother Akwarawa Mende posting his picture public and using it as a tool to attack DOS, sending his family messages in such disrespectful way. Do you see, these people are emotionally bankrupt. All this person, whoever is writing this, probably is someone writing this, because when they say Muchuku, you don't know who is behind it. To show you that they knew what happened. This is a public confession. Which disrespectful manner. Have you told us what happened to Akwarawa Mende and how he died? If not, because we'll call you guys out. Now, he's now confessing. I don't know where Kanu Takano send a family. This is what something done on social media. Say your death will be shameful. So be it. That thing that you're wishing somebody that have not exposed you is what your generation is going to meet. Because I don't believe the majority of you are under oath. Now, I want to and look at the same Muchuku writers again. This was a day before now they wrote this again saying, if that is the case, are you saying Mazen Nandekano is wrong English? Are you saying Mazen Nandekano that killed? Is a wrong English. Are you saying Mazen Nandekano killed those Biafrans at Afari-Kwebe, Kumpo, Iguacha, etc. because he is the one in control then? Do you see where they're going? Mazen Nandekano is still in control of IPOB. I want to educate you riffraffs. Only do Mazen Nandekano until he lowers 6 feet deep. But as long as Onyendi is alive, he's the one leading IPOB. Because you guys choose to do whatever you want to do. I said who is writing this thing might not even... If go deeper on this, I've said it. I don't hear of him anymore. The guy lives in New York. But what this guy wrote here is confirming where we're coming from. To see where they are pushing all this whole thing to our leader. Our leader is in control then and now. And the difference between Afari-Kwebe, Mpo, and Iguacha, it is because of the journey of our struggle. Only say they will kill us, we will kill them, and at the end of the day, Biafra will come. But not when you sold our people to be murdered. Because China Sanwo-Olu couldn't take Akwarawa Mende life alone. Now, he have to set him up with the multitude of our people to be slaughtered on the cold blood. I just want to educate you. That's all I'm saying to you. And they are accusing Solomon Ebo of because I think this response was on if I'm not mistaken on Ikechukwu Biafra, or I don't know where I screenshot it. Solomon Ebo is a gentleman. He made a mistake. He came and apologized to Onyendu live on air. That is why you know who those that are pure. And what Solomon Ebo is doing concerning Biafran struggle, if none of you cannot even go an inch close to what that young man have done. He's a comrade. We had a disagreement, and the day we see ourselves for a long time, we shook hands. That's how women behave, because there's nothing. We're not fighting. We can disagree and agree at the same time. We are not pseudo. Someone able Twitter handle and his Facebook account, he doesn't hide. He tweets every day. But woe betide all of you, because who is writing this thing shows you what you did to you, comparing. You see where you guys are building your alibi, but like I said, you guys are not going anywhere. You guys are not going anywhere for killing our people. And the more you write, the more you contradict yourselves. And the reason why I brought this China Sanwo-Oru's post is to show you the person claiming that is a ESN commander and his affiliation with what happens in the zoo. But he couldn't write about Akpalawa Mende. This thing he wrote it on Thursday. But this thing happens on Friday. What happens what is our business as IPOB, as a hierarchy in IPOB to concern what is going on in the zoo? Tells you all you need to know. I will leave this here. Now, I want to bring you now to the video. What has happened on those videos will tell you more about what they have done.
Media International.
Just for avoidance of doubt, that's the young lady they call.
This is ESN
Cindy Peters.
Abe Command, in collaboration with IPOB, under the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu, on a peaceful protest, protesting for the release of their leader, Nnamdi Kanu, and asking the Nigerian government to obey their court order and release Nnamdi Kanu.
Nnamdi Kanu, not Kanu.
This is Eastern Security Network Abia State Command, in collaboration with IPOB, under the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu, on a peaceful protest, seeking for the release of Nnamdi Kanu.
You heard her saying that this is ESN, Abia State Command, in collaboration with IPOB. What else do you want to hear? She went deep. ESN in collaboration with IPOB. She went deep. Let's listen to her.
Asking Nigerian government to obey their court order by releasing Nnamdi Kanu with immediate effect. We ask for nothing than release of Nnamdi Kanu. They are shooting at us. That's all. We are the peaceful protesters and they are shooting at us. Nigerian government are shooting at us. We are the peaceful protesters and Nigerian government is shooting at us. They are shooting at us. Trying to get us everywhere. We are the peaceful protesters. We are the peaceful protesters and they are shooting at us. You can hear the gunshots.
So I just want us to know that I think my voice went, but what I'm saying is, if you look at Akwala Mende where he's lying lifelessly, then we know that he was picked up easily because he was an easy target. Let's just listen to it at the end of the day. But I want to point it to you that the person standing, and this is a video, and that man you see lying down on the ground is the young man. That is the Abia State coordinator, Akwala Mende, that they murdered in cold blood. Because of this one single individual, over 200 lives have been wasted. For your information.
Alpha Power Media International.
Go on.
Now,
Mazi Chinedu, thank you so much.
The voice of
Mazi,
the vulture of himself.
the IPOB leadership, we know we take responsibility of everything that happens. Whether we are the cause, whether we are not the cause. That is the life of a leader. Just like when Mazi Nnamdi was envisioned, people heap blames on the IPOB leadership. The question you just asked now, this is the question that has been coming even to us since Friday. We have been on this topic. Mazi, I have come on Radio Biafra on many occasions. When people ask questions, let's start protesting Biafra land, we will tell them, no, let's concentrate on the protest in diaspora. Yes, there are pockets of protests that have happened in Biafra land. But before the election, due to the plans we knew, the intelligence in our disposal, before the election, we instructed the people in Biafra land to suspend every protest in Biafra land. I'm not going to blame any one of them, irrespective of anything, because they came out to protest for the leader. This is how it is hot in their hearts. They want to show their own impact. But what we are saying is this: as long as leadership is involved, as long as this is IPOB, people should not do things based on their own understanding or that they know it all. I think on half the people will say, you understanding me? They know it all. They feel, because the leadership don't come to make noise, but people can see there is pressure going on in Biafra land. There was an order, an instruction that protest should not be carried out in Biafra land before even a month to the election. There was a protest that's supposed to come in Biafra land, I think 15th or 16th of February. It was cancelled. Instructions were given for there would be no protest. And those who are listening to me, IPOB medias, those on the radio, all of you know if there is going to be protest. We do communicate every one of you through your forums, through your media heads or whoever is in charge that there is a protest coming up. Can anyone say that the leadership informed anybody through writing or in any way?
In what this guy is saying, I just need to interject in what he's saying, because at the end of the day, I don't want him to continue talking. But the reason why I stopped it here is because Now he's justifying that, saying that the leadership is not aware of the protest. But I want to let everybody that is listening to the sound of my voice know that whoever that knows this guy and how he comes to Radio Biafra to rant, we know from his voice. And at the beginning of this program, I show you the write-up from the Chimsom Dream Peters, which is the girl that China Sanwo-Olu is using. Now, they were flabbergasted when they found out that the picture of Akwarawa Mende was in the current account, posted it when they had a meeting that nobody should talk about it. Till tomorrow morning, none of their media worms have talked about it. And now he killed our people. China Sanwo-Olu was the one that insisted that our people will march from, Ungwaro to Sisioma. And they know this is like 2 hours walk on protest. And there is a military checking point in Sisioma and Ngwa High School. These men were aware of this. And our people have killed, they have killed our people in multitude in this very location. Now, this guy have the nerve to come to Radio Biafra, sat down there, somebody is intervening him, and is gushing up all this nonsense. And none of the media warrior, because they've hired meeting, they have held meeting, nobody to speak about it. A moment this thing happened, but he was giving you, he was narrating how they were back and forth on phone, he wasn't aware of it. My question tonight is this: to everybody that have their discerning mind, you claiming that you are the leadership, I want to ask again, these men were in uniform. Who facilitated all this? Where did the logistics come from? He wasn't aware. But he was on the phone with him, on conference call with Chike Doziem. But how dare you lied against the death as well? It is heartbreaking. I will allow him to continue talking.
There is going to be a protest. But surprisingly, I'm saying this thing just for clarity's sake, so that we can move forward, because we have a lot of problems facing us, and that is what the enemies they want. That was on Friday. On Friday morning, I'm making this thing very clear because of tomorrow. We have nothing to hide. On Friday morning, it was around 10:49 Biafran time, because in my time it was around 12:45 or 12. That was when I got a message from one of our brother in Biafra land. I was having a little snap at that time. I got a message that they asked me, Mazi, are you aware of the protest going on in Biafra land? I said to him, which protest? I am not aware. He pushed in some pictures for me. Immediately I saw this. I called the Biafra land coordinator. I asked him, who authorized this protest? Did you inform
It's very, very important that we understand. This is the narrative. These guys are narrating. This is a question from Jonathan on our Hallowed platform. They have turned into a propagandist, mouthpiece. Now he's now taking time to narrate what he knows about ESN, that he claimed that he's the commander. And these are men that have come out. He's going back and forth to make a telephone call. When people are caught their pants down, why I'm allowing us to hear his voice is because, we have to be just in whatever we do. And how he's lying against this man that has now been murdered in a cold blood. It is very, very important that we understand that China Sanwo-Olu and Chike Doziem and all this gang of criminals in DOS set up our people with his brother Okezi Bazo. Between Ngwa Road and Osisioma, there's a military checkpoint there, and they know that this is a death trap for our people. Death trap for our people. Kundi Boro Pit or whatever they call it. They are aware of this. They kill our people and dump them in a borrow pit. They know this. And this is exactly what happened. And this guy still got enough to sit down and deny and lie against this man. He killed Akwalawo Mende because Akwalawo Mende knows too much of their heinous crime they have committed against our people. And they're not going to get away with this because we're letting the international community know that the massacre that happened in Aba on the 31st of March 2023 has got nothing to do with IPOB. Rather, some individuals set up our innocent, harmless people into their untimely and early graves. Let's continue hearing his voice.
The leadership, did you inform your line managers, those who are under you? He told me he knew this morning, that he was informed this morning that they said this protest was protest they planned before. We said it should be stopped. So after the election, they decided they should carry it out. They want to do something that everywhere, I told him, Mazi, please call those who are involved in this protest. Call all of them. Tell them that the leadership said this protest must stop now. Already we realized they are 45 minutes into the protest. It has already gone 45 minutes. I told him, I instructed him, I said, I informed the HOD about the development, and they said, go ahead, stop this protest. It's enough. We told them.
Like I said before, you see how he's narrating it. We don't lie against people. He said he informed the HMD. That's a typical pathological liar. They were aware of the protest, and all of them were in a conference call. It is not hearsay. You say you are the leadership. I don't understand how people cannot man up and take up their responsibilities. You think you could murder our people and nobody says nothing. I know a lot of people has been boxed to corner. Those in Biafra land, one thing I want to make abundantly clear tonight, people must understand. That this individual they don't represent IPOB, neither Mazen Nandekane. Home and abroad, I'm saying this. It doesn't matter who you are. This is not a joke. This is a fact. They're looking at, these people, they have done too much to the extent of now. It is not the one they have been doing in hidden, which Chinasa would have come already about threatening people, threatening legal lawyers that including our leader's family. Everybody had it. That if when they will send the ERA to you, if it's not enough, they will send ESN on the ground. This same ESN is people that the Zoo military massacred in their numbers with our innocent, harmless Biafrans and IPOB that came out with their open arms and heart. It's very, very important that we understand what these people have done. Let's allow him to continue because this is a long ranting, which is not necessarily requires. I'm going to make this available for those that want to listen to it. But one thing else I want to add is that at the end of all this thing that happened, because at the end of the day, you have already sold out our people. Guess what? At the end of all this ranting, because the guy asked him the consequences. Now, at the end of the day, after he have sold our people, now he has given the zoo another clue, which that's what I'm going to allow to play on this particular audio because it's a very long one. And you hear where he says they are going to revenge. I just want you to listen to it.
To come out this evening today threatening us. We should not threaten Nigerian integrity. I can bet him. IPOB, we must revenge. I am not going to say more than this, but
one thing I want to say here is this. He said, IPOB, we are going to revenge. Very, 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 it is appalling. Somebody that claimed that he's a commander. If you have been ambushed by your enemy and you want to reiterate, you want to take a revenge on that person, would you actually tell that person that you're going to revenge? I want you guys to go into deep. That is why it is critical analysis. You critical analyze things, even yourself. Is anybody have design in mind that had Chinas and will still make this blunder? What they've done is just telling the zoo, you guys, you need to prepare. They might come to attack you if there's any need for that, right? But what I'm going to ask you, you're threatening that you're going to revenge, but you set up a protest. You couldn't arrange it. What you could have done, you couldn't defend yourself because of that. That's number one. Number two, if I may ask you, what are you going to revenge with, and who is going to revenge? I said it in the last program. I hope you are not hoping that you're going to command some people, luring some people again to be killed, just like I've done. Because when you say you're going to revenge, you can't sit in the desert and be telling people that in Biafra to go and revenge. Because the death of our people on 31st is not required. Onyendu never asked you to go and protest for him. He said that the protest is far abroad. I ask you, United Kingdom here, all the protests we had from 2021, before Onyendu was rendition, we already have protestation in United Kingdom. There was a protest, our women was protesting on a daily basis. But if I tell the Biafrans that all those protests was boycott, they boycotted that protest. Austin Albany, that is when they were hashing this evil. We have the records in United Kingdom here. The protests we do in UK here, from A to Z, it was one time when Onyendu was brought to court, majority of them that thought Onyendu was dead, they show face that day. We have record of people that attend protests. It is not something that is hidden. And the time they made a vow that this is the protest that will provide a new national coordinator, the para-national coordinator in the United Kingdom. This is what we went through. There's no honest protest that they conducted. The one they conducted in Belgium was loyalty. That's the shenanigans. 1 million march, Buncombe. The one they did in the United Kingdom here, the same thing. All the money they have been capping is what they're buying flight tickets for themselves. I just want to make it abundantly clear. It is not for our leader. Onyendu suspended every form of protest, or gathering in Biafra land before he was renditioned. I will stop this voice here because it's quite irrelevant. There's a lot of talk there, but the point I take out there that the guy openly denied our people after he set up them to be killed, and now turn around and telling the zoo that he's going to revenge. I have never seen any strategy in war that will reveal their secret when they want to revenge on the attack, on ambush, on their own men. Nowhere in the world. Someone that are going to kill you won't tell you coming to kill you. Did the zoo tell us they're going to attack us when they attack us? They never said it. We never saw it. You never saw it coming. But you are aware of it. Our people never knew, because if they knew, probably they could have at least put up some resistance. But they were caught in the both middle, because between Osisioma and Ngwa Road, they were in the middle. They couldn't do anything. They massacred them in numbers, and Borough Pit is close there. That's why they bury our people. So many of them pour acid on them. So many of them have died in the past. We all know this, and they are aware of it. So now, I'm gonna shut
Alpha Power Media International.
All of you used to see it. They come on social media. Is to make sure protest will continue. Everywhere, all the places we have announced it, please already have been instructed. The protest will kickstart, because the code is going down, and the protest will start.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
I hope you had it. Protest will start. We put in all these things. Somebody wouldn't say, oh, you're taking it out of context. Because this man, we are holding them responsible for their act. Protest will start. It is Chinas and Wori voice, it's not my voice. Yeah, he had it now. Now, the reason why...
Alpha Power Media International.
The reason why I'm playing this guy voice again, I want people to know that there's nothing we have said or do that is out of context or prejudice. It is about holding people responsible for what they have done. And because of one single disobedience from Chike Doziem of Mazen Nandekano, Over 1 million lives have wasted and still going on. That's why today we'll be hearing so many things. Anybody, anywhere today giving order is a fair leadership, because Chike Doziem was the one that's supposed to be looking after what Onyendu have left. But where is Chike Doziem? The chronicle of a saboteur, aka enemy of the great Chike Doziem. Where is it? He's HND. He was quick to come to Radio Biafra, Mr. Memo, to expel people. Now he's relaxing because they've gotten enough money and they have suspended enough people. They think now they have conquered IPOB, they destroyed everything. That is why now they have him back on killing our people on broad daylight. On broad daylight. I want you to listen to this idiot, his voice, and what he said with his own mouth. And after that, I will put up their voices for you guys to listen to, and that will be the end of the program. All I want you guys to do is to know that we will continue on this campaign that Chike Doziem and China Sanworu, these two individuals and those of their cronies, Aba Massacre, justice for Aba Massacre, and those men that conspired to kill our people must be held into accountable of what they have done. Regardless what, they cannot drift attention or any propaganda. No, we are not interested in all this bunk on they're going around talking. This is not saga. This has to do with the life of our comrades. Listen.
But if about the half truth, Ojalwa say Mazi Chinasa ne busisinde aende yesen, but Omangwa Mazi Nande apota pa fana Radio Biafra bunde hawa zili ka haje zuboshi kanon tafa Chinasa woru putaza po fafa. I say, Chinasa is pointing finger. So, Iburubu ESN then turn Ozuboshi. Then you expect the chief of staff to leave you. That's the question. Iburu ESN becomes Iburu ESN. Member. And they machine and the mad. Now I want the badana. Why? The Chinas are really saying, hey, ride on because we.
I will ask again, what was the crime of those people that they were slaughtered on the 31st? As you can hear the guy, he's justifying the reason why China Sanworu has been killing our people. So many ESN commanders have died under China Sanworu's instruction in collaboration with the Zoo military and the DSS. Now, he's saying that if because your ESN probably started stealing or start doing otherwise, our question is this: what has our men done on the 31st of March 2023 that warrant taking life of over 200 people that did nothing? And you have not proved any evidence of what these people have done. This is hearsay. You sit in your butt on Kuwait, fermenting problem in our land. And comparing what you done with Mazen Nankan. Mazen Nankan was on the ground on the 14th of September 2027. Even Kanan Takani, you're calling his name, was there. None of you were there. None of you have lead from the front. That is the irony, and that's the difference. You have not feel the pain. Some of you, maybe if it wasn't because of IPOB, in your miserable life where you're living, your wretchedness have taken over because your popularity comes from IPOB. If not for IPOB, the blood of our people. So what is the crime of these people you guys connived and murdered on 31st? I'm just asking a question. Let's continue and listen to him.
Yes, and because you are not serious. Something is wrong with you. I think we are here to joke. The thing about no wonder, even if in IPOB, go for some sensitive position. I can because all bloom, mother hanging, or hanging, obodo ichano nke a na-emedoro ya obere for the ejido na just hand that over to police nke ambudo imebe na munwa ya de awu order say hangiage na nnu rape nwai nnu rape nwai. Half truth is very dangerous.
Biafra Alpha Power.
Well, I think we all had it. So it's not something that it's not me that said it. So fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom, like I said, this is more in-depth on Aba massacre. And we continue on this journey to expose this man because they're not going to get away. They have done enough. But this is their Waterloo. They have got into that Waterloo by killing our people. And I'm calling all IPOB members, those that still have their discerning mind, this is not about me, because if any of you turn your blind eye when your own fellow comrade has murdered unjustly, it is not like we got into war. We went into to fight enemy and been gunned down. That's the difference from Afarukwi Bay to Bridge Onicha to massacre to Iguacha massacre to Aba High School. All this thing was the cause of the journey. And people that laid their life with all their heart, and that is why we are still fighting to restore Biafra. So anybody comparing what happened on 31st and what transpired with those men, then you know you are an evil man. So I thank you all for listening. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put up their voice again. All this gang of criminal in DOS and how Chikedozie and disobeyed Onyendu. That is the word I'm going to leave with you guys, to you to judge by yourself. And what is happening today and what they are doing, not for the reason and the Kanu, because they know what to do for Onyendu. And Chikedozie himself said it, that we must push a clause that Onyendu is in charge. But Chikedozie, what are you doing today? How are you pushing forward? I had them complain about you always listening to leadership. Which leadership are they going to listen to? So I thank you, fellow comrades and lovers of freedom, for listening to my voice this evening. And I'm reaching you out here from United Kingdom under the IPOB United Kingdom and IPOB worldwide. And I thank everybody that have listened to us. May Chukwu Kikabiama continue to guide and protect those that are still loyal to Onyendu Mazinand Kano and IPOB at large. And those that have died, may their soul continue to soldier on with us until Biafra is restored. And I thank you once again. And may Okike, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, continue to strengthen our leader, Onyendu Mazinand Kano. I know this time Onyendu will join us again, because enemy, what happened in 2015, the script will repeat himself. But at the end of the day, Onyendu said that Chukwu Okike told him that he required only 100 men with clean heart. That okay, will give us Biafra. Thank you, and may Chukwu Okike bless you. Thank you for listening, and I will leave you with this voice here. Thank you very much.
And I asked our people, those that I had discussion, I said, but what is the reason? Did Onyendu give any reason why we should suspend it? And they said he didn't give a reason. And I asked them, but you tell me, what reason would I give Biafrans why I am suspending this sit at home when our demands has not been met? That was my question. I asked those both in DOS and those who were not in DOS that I had the opportunity to speak with. They were there the news. I asked them, what will be the reason I have to give? And with that, sorry, I think I'm trying to mix a little thing here, but the lawyers have not come back to us now. Now, this is before the night, the first day of it. So when I was asking them what is the reason they want us to suspend this thing, and they told me that we should use NECO as an excuse. I mean, we should use NECO because of the exam that the people are trying to hold. And I said, but NECO doesn't really, it's not the strongest excuse to give Biafrans why we should stop the sit at home. And I will be very, very frank. me, and I will take the responsibility. I haven't said it on air before because it's not, I don't come on air to, and I said, because there is no reason from our leader that we should stop this sit at home, that we are going to go ahead with the sit at home. And then we went ahead with the first sit at home. After we did the first sit at home, and it was a huge success, unbelievably successful. Then, after that same Monday after the sit at home, the lawyers had a visit again to Onyendu, and they now came back and said that Onyendu said we must suspend that sit at home. So that message came now the second time, and I said, okay, if Onyendu insists, after the evidence we have provided that this thing was successful and that our people were willing to do it, if he insists, I will suspend it. And I suspended it. That instruction came from Onyendu. And anybody who tells you otherwise is lying. And that's how I will answer that question for you. Now,
when we mount up that pressure, everywhere started to panic. When we declared this sit at home, we got a message from the leader that we should call off this sit at home. I don't want to go deep on people. There were people who played a very dangerous role against that sit at home for their own selfish interest. Because I expect you to come here to ask, when we put sit at home, you saw that Ohaneze Ndigbo, you saw the people opposing the sit at home. You saw them. And you saw people who were giving them thumb up. It is that destruction they want in IPOB. It is to destroy and discredit the IPOB leadership. After due consultation with our leader, we went ahead, conducted the first sit at home that was carried around the world. Our leader continued to send message that the sit at home, we should call it off. The message continued to come. Everybody was reluctant to call it off. Why I'm explaining this thing is that at the end of the day, I want you who have supported because the sit at home Monday, our people have been voluntarily. When we announced the sit at home, we got messages. Even we are not normal. We know that spoken word cannot be retrieved back. But the enemies of this struggle, they continue to attack the sit at home. They continue to bring excuses that NATO is coming. This one is coming. The university is 6 months on strike till now. They use it to blackmail the IPOB leadership, if you are not aware. Everywhere was that the Chike Doziem and Chinasa Woru, they don't listen to what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is saying. That they disobeyed Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and you are one of those people. I am making you a direct accusation. Some of you, like you, were part of the people carrying all this kind of rumor that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told them to allow somebody to come on radio. They refused. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told them to cancel the sit at home. They refused. I know this struggle. That word that I spoke, because it was in conformity in what the leadership agreed, and it was the best for the struggle. But you were there when people were blackmailing Chinasa Woru and Chike Doziem. It was to avoid saying that we disobey Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because we must always listen to him, whether in the DSS
International.
Okay,
yes.
Go ahead.
Okay, and I was saying that I thank sister that just spoke, especially again because at the last conclusion of her statement, she said it all. She said it all because she said, I'm the second in command. I'm the second in command. The first in command is there. I cannot honestly be expected to take over the work of the first command. The first command is reachable. He is still in charge. And that is what I have been trying to let our people know. That is also what the enemy wants us to do. They want us to isolate our leader. Isolate him in the sense that believing that he's not in control. Oyendu is in control, and that is what we must push across. I am second in command. When there are issues that I can deal with immediately and deal with as second in command that does not need the input of Oyendu, I deal with them. Because I know he has taught me how to deal with those issues. But if there are so weighty issues that we need the first in command to make an input, I will act according to his instructions. And as I'm speaking to you, Oyendu is seized of the allegations about his head of finance. I know the instructions as he told me to carry out. Based on that, he has not asked me to remove anybody, and I cannot remove anybody because Oyendu, people are going around saying. I said it on my broadcast. And I'm very disappointed. Are we deliberately trying to isolate him? Because that is what they want us to do. We must push it all the time that the Oyendu is in charge. That is what scares our enemy. If we reduce his authority, we are putting him in danger. And I cannot be part of that. So until he tells me in that very serious allegation, very serious matter that he appointed the head of finance and taking into account that these allegations have been there before he got this issue that he has now. He was already aware of it. He hasn't acted on them, and up to now he hasn't asked me to act on them. I don't think it's reasonable for me to act without his authority. I can't do that. That is why I'm a very, very simple, obedient, follower. That is how it is. I know where my responsibility lie. I know where my duties lie. I know where I am expected to act, and in those areas, be rest assured that I will act. Where the input of Oyendu is needed, I will wait for his input before I act. We are here also. We may disagree on that, but that is my outlook of this whole situation. I have been in this movement.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
To court. With the state of the mind you have seen our leader, do you think our leader is not capable of making any decision? Something he sees may affect him or affect the struggle. That's number one. Number two, the IPOB leadership is not taking orders. Every order. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing is to...
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Times are different with the time we are in. The kind of detention somebody is equating to that you don't take orders is the time when messages passes from one hand to another before it gets to the leader. Now, we have been in this struggle. We work with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ask the lawyers. There are messages, if they bring it, we told them this message is not what we expect. That means the message might be diluted. We now use our brain and decode the remaining things we have to do. That is why we are...
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
There are many people who have refused to respect and obey this IPOB structure. Some people went home. They said, because it's only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu I will respect. When he is out, I will come out. But let me give you a message. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also take advice from the IPOB leadership. We do advise each other when we have things. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is somebody who takes advice. Put in your mind, you have closed every door to even work with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because I know when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu come out, you go to him and tell Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because you were not there, I didn't want to work. And if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu tell me to work with you, I will tell Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, I won't work with you. Because if in your absence, you don't respect the leadership, you don't work with anybody in the leadership. Now Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is out, you come to work with the leadership. We won't work with you. It's as simple as ABCD. And he will understand our stand. Because you can't insult. We are building a nation. We are building a country, an institution. Now at the end of the day, if Mazen Nnamdi, what of if Biafra comes today, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu retire, that he said he don't want to be the leader, a new leader emerge. You say you won't respect that place only, then you go home and you sleep and close your mouth shut. It is stupidity and the ignorance. Anybody opening his mouth anywhere and say, I don't listen to anybody, only Mazen Nnamdi. You are stupid. When you are making such comment, it doesn't show that you love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That does not what it means. It shows how stupid and selfish and ignorant you are. Because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not only him, it's IPOB. It's not Mazen Nnamdi Kanu that it is the IPOB made Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu lead IPOB to the glory also. Trying to say only when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will come out, you come back to the struggle, that is for you. Remember, most of you, we have marked many of you. There are some of you who have, because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu had problem. I'm not asking you to respect me. I don't need respect from you. Respect the institution. Respect the structure of IPOB. Some of you who come and talk rubbish on social media talk, you are not even up to my younger sisters. You are not even up to my younger sisters. Some of you not even up to my younger brothers. You are not even up to my cousins. People who respect us. We have a lot of people who respect us. You are nobody. But you come, you put your mouth, because talk is free. You come, you demonize the leadership. You think tomorrow, if when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu come out, you come, you say, because that time Mazen Nnamdi, that time you go and walk in the office of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. If he takes you, you walk there. If he don't take you, you take your bag and go home and sit. Dear friends and all the lovers of freedom, we have stayed very long on this program. I didn't.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International. Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
There are things we can praise the pot in everything we scatter. Yes. But as we are planning it also, we take, sometimes we do inform our leader also. We say, wait. But there is a time we also, because we don't want what happened we don't want what happened during the sit-at-home order to repeat itself. We don't want. We don't want an order we will give now, the enemies will, and we feel it may be too early. We don't want to do it based on what, because of these enemies, infiltrators. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. This thing we are doing, if we don't handle it very well, because that is what the government wants us to do. When we just mention, you will see they will use anybody. You saw what happened in the sit-at-home. You saw it. You saw it that just to announce something for the benefit of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because he was not listening. You saw it. You saw his brothers came out, issued their own press release. You saw this.